August 29th, 2002. Some say it's just a regular date. I beg to differ. This was the date that Jack Wofford was born. Have you ever heard the story of a basketball player with 2 left hands? Well, here it is.
Jack, how are you today?
I'm real nice here today, Coach. How about you?
Fine. Jack, I guess I would like to ask you, a lot of your fans out there would like to understand, and what's your take on your season thus far?
I think I've had a decent season, better than the ones I've had before. I mean, you guys have given me a chance to be an A-team starter, just an A-team player, and you guys have given me a chance to be a high school basketball player. So you've really helped me out.
So, what is your overall goal as it pertains to basketball?
My goal is to be a beast.
A beast.
A total monster. Doesn't matter how it is being called. I just want to be a monster.
Okay.
Oh, Jack's coming in the lane. Move out the way.
Is that right? That's
Yeah.
only on the left side. Is that correct, Jack?
Only on the left side.
How is it do you expect to go through a rigorous basketball season only being left-handed?
Well, I think over the summer I'm going to work hard on my right hand and my shot. I have a decent shot, but I just don't use it.
Hey, Mr. Wafford. Can I call you Jack?
Yeah, sure, you can call me Jack, but
Nice to meet you, Jack.
it's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Gibson.
Oh, all
You can
right.
call me Mr. Spital.
You can call me Mr. Wonderful.
Okay. So, Mr. Wonderful, just gonna go by one of your better performances, Greenfield Central. You
Oh.
had 17 points. Any comment on that?
That was a great game. We just all played as a team, and I guess I just tried to show off my skill as best I could for my mom up in the stands. It's all about God, you know. Went right once, finished left-handed, but you know, I always go left. But it was just a good game all around. But overall, it's just our team was just great. Just felt so long ago.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Jack Wofford?
What are my thoughts on Jack Wafford? He's one of a kind, but he's a great kid.
Does he normally finish his work in class? Is he a good worker? Good listener?
Normally, I think, he does his work just like everybody else does. Sometimes gets off task, but I think he's a good kid. He does his work.
Does he do a good job of distracting others in class?
At times.
At times?
He distracts, but I think that for the most part, he means well.
Very surprising, not the answers I was expecting. Thank
He's a
you.
good kid.
So, would you say that the win is because of your left hand coaching, or just all together, or your right hand?
Definitely not the right hand.
Definitely not the right.
But I think coaching has a big part of it. Coach Shore, my old grandfather, walking around. I mean, not my old grandfather, but my grandfather looks very young, just like Coach Shore. Tell him that, please. All right. And yeah, the coaching just bring us to what we were now, and now we're going to county strong, and we're gonna make a run.
What are your thoughts about Jack Wofford?
Jack Wofford he's an interesting young man. Troubled. He has nice hair though.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful hair. I think he must use Perk Plus. I think I heard him say that. He sounds like the robot on Brain Pop.
Do you think he distracts other students from working?
No.
Does he usually wear headphones in your class that you can hear the music from?
I've never seen that.
Oh, okay. Does he usually stay on task?
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Gets his work done?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a worker.
Have you ever seen him play basketball?
No. No.
Does he only use his left hand in your class?
Is he a lefty?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. I guess, and I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, would you classify yourself as a coachable player?
Next question.
Would you consider Coach Steve Hill as kind of a mentor, get you into the zone, get ready to play?
He's always been my master. Like, once I saw him coaching the 8th grade team when I was a 7th grader, felt like a year ago, but, you know, he's just always been there. He's been the guy doing push-ups the way we like it. And he's made Caleb into the worst push-up performer that I've ever seen, to one of the worst I've ever seen. So add one of the worst. He's pretty good.
Now some more people are going to interview the left-handed machine, Jack Wofford.
It's good to see you, sir. I've
to
never
see
seen
you,
a
man.
greater haircut other than mine.
The left-handed machine, Jack Wofford. It is a pleasure to be here.
It's a
It is
pleasure to be
pleasure.
talking.
I know. It is a pleasure the first time I've ever interviewed you. It's come a long way. From being on the B team last year to now being an A-team starter, and I don't know what we could do without you.
Well, thank you, Cam. I mean, last year was a decent year for me. I mean, I guess I played a little bit of B. Cam was one of my good players that I played with, and
What are your thoughts on Coach Hill and Byron Scott?
they've always been so close. I've known them back when they were young kids, and I mean, they've always had that just relationship that I've known, and he has so many phone numbers from just many people that he's always like been close to, like Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, but he won't have mine because I just don't give mine away, and that's a killer for him. That's gonna hurt him in the heart.
So, hello, Coach Short. Nice to see you.
See you too, Gibby.
So, a couple questions for you. Just going to interview you about, school basketball season. Thoughts on some players, evaluations on them.
Sounds good.
So, I'll just go ahead and jump into my first question. So, can you give like an overall, character analysis? Just your thoughts on Jack Wofford.
No, this interview's over.
What are your thoughts on Miss Starnes?
Oh, Miss Starnes. All right. I love Miss Starnes. She's always been there for me. Mom, if you didn't know, her husband, Nick Starnes, was in the championship with my dad, Hawthorne's championship. Whooped his,
Kabuki?
yes, as Coach Hill would say. And, yeah, and we're just still friends, and Miss Starnes has always been there. She's just a real nice gal.
What are your thoughts on Coach Funk and his beard?
Oh, this guy. All right. So Coach Funk, very loud man, but a real weak heart. Not weak, loving. But he's just one fluffy teddy bear in a world of strong men. So, yeah.
Jack Wofford, last question for me. You wear the number 15, and you are 15. I have a question. Did you get held back for sports?
It's good talk with you, Cam. I'll shake your hand. I'll see you later, all right? All right.
Do you use your right hand for anything, Jack?
Optional.
Optional. Oh, so you're telling me you're ambidextrous, which I think everyone knows that's not the case, at least when it comes to basketball.
Yes. No, I use my right hand for opening doors, eating food, not basketball.
Interesting.
Very good.
Jack Wofford, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Johnny.
No, it's good to see you.
So we've seen your good games, but we have seen some of your bad ones.
Plenty of
And let's talk about one of the ones against Westfield last night.
Yeah.
2 points. Gibson Spidle 4 outscored you. What happened there?
Third 1 through 3 of all those quarters, we just didn't like getting it to the middle. All my chances were on fast break, and I guess I just couldn't finish the layups I had the chances for. So Gibson, on the other hand, had his night. It's a real nice day when you see him get 4 points, but it's a real bad day when we lose. So just bad game overall. Good game for Gibson.
Okay, I got one more question. What's the thing on the hair? What do you got the
My
hair
hair. My hair is dedicated to my mom. She's always had long hair, and I thought, what if I was a woman? And so I tried it out, and look at me now. The ladies like the way I look, and I tried to look like a girl, so boom, roasted.
Jack, do you have any siblings that play ball?
Grady plays some ball, and Skylar used to.
What about your father?
He was pretty solid in high school. He was doing some 360 dunks. He was pretty solid. I've seen like newspapers on him, and he went to Louisville for football though. So.
Oh, so in other words, you come from a strong pedigree, correct?
Yes, sir.
What goals do you have set for Jack Wofford going forward?
I have no goals. I believe in nothing except for myself right now.
Sounds a little
Right.
selfish to me, Jack.
You're right.
Thank you, Jack.
That was so good. That was so good.